Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson Frail. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why new game players, newer early game players, are not actually progressing or getting in anywhere in the game. Now, if you're early game or middle game and you are getting on for 2 to 3 hours a day and you feel like you're not progressing, this is why, right here. This is the only reason that you could not be progressing, is if you're just not running the repeat battle. Back in the day, you had to sit in the dungeons. You couldn't do anything else in the game other than look at chat. You had to sit there and keep pressing replay. Now that this is out, you can do arena, TOA, guild content. You can, talk to people here still. You can theory craft in your monster box. You aren't wasting time theory crafting anymore. This should always be running. If you're not farming runes, you should be doing scenario or, the Second Awakening stuff. Don't let your Second Awakening energy hit 100% either. If you have 100 Second Awakening energy, you're wasting the energy. It's super expensive to buy it, and you can only buy 30 Second Awakening energy a week. So you need to be in here farming runes constantly, or what the Rift Beasts. But I'll get to that in a little bit. But the biggest thing also then holding you back beyond just farming that, if you're not running that constantly, you're not progressing flat out. But beyond that, wasting time on 5 stars, it don't make sense. So things like Nana and Savannah, and Beth is actually great. Double AoEs here, can do continuous damage, decreases defense, hits hard. It's a water unit, so it actually gets accuracy too when you awaken her. Decent base speed. If you get a Beth, that's actually really good too. I never talked about her in my my 5-star guide or whatever, but she's actually really good. Stuff like the pandas, other than the fire panda in a specific instance. Unicorns, paladin, druids, slayers, Moore is great, Douglas is great here. Like, they don't make any sense early game though. Don't waste your time with that stuff. The same thing with the Dragon Knights. Maybe Charlotte could help early on. That's reasonable. I had her on a different account. Double AoE is great for TOA, actually is helpful in Giants, so that's reasonable. She gets accuracy, I think, too, yeah, so she's actually pretty good. But a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. You should be going for Lucian from the 4-star event right away, just get him done and get him moving, so, because he's going to be great forever, but a lot of 5 stars are holding you back. The next thing is keeping runes that are bad, so we'll get this going here right away. What did I get? This is terrible. Don't keep this. It's never going to be good. Stuff like that is just bad. Again, keep this running always, please. Always keep that running. And also, if you're keeping a rune for over a week and it's not on something, there should be a really good reason for it. So this rune here is great. I don't have a place for it other than Ralk right now. I will put it on Ralk when I have the time to just sit there and look at it, and when I actually need him in Rift Beasts again. But right now I don't need Ralk, so he's not built. But this is definitely a great place to put that. And then another thing is keeping blue runes. So this one here, keeping blue runes you should only do when there's a perfect speed or crit rate or accuracy roll. The accuracy thing is conditional, but the crit rate and the speed are super important early on, so keeping something like this is actually good. It's going to be useful in PvE content for a long time. It's great that it's on attack percentage with an innate, and it's on blade. Grindable stats here, I can take this off and put like HP or something, or just even higher crit damage if I really wanted to. So that's, there's potential there. Another rune where accuracy made sense was here. So this was blue, but because it's defense, it's on a support type set. It has speed, it's got very high accuracy for just, the 2 rolls, it's got 23. It has some resistance as well, which is great for supports, and then I can just take this off for even this little green piece here that you picked up from Labyrinth that you didn't know what to do with. It can go right there and take that off. And it would make more sense to just have a small amount of flat defense and do something with it than have attack. And I actually know where this is going. If I had it for a couple weeks and it just wasn't going anywhere, it should just be sold. However, I have, determination sets here that don't make any sense. I can throw that right onto here. Or I could even use this for a Trikaru if I really wanted to, one of the Ikarus, because it's got massive accuracy and some speed. But it would be really helpful here on Melia. So, great contender there. Satha would work on too. But yeah. So stuff like that. Just when you know where it's going right away, then obviously keep it, even if you aren't putting it there right away. So yeah, keeping bad runes is obviously bad. Another thing is just losing focus on what you need to be doing in the game. I'm going to do two examples. The first one is, should you build dot or should you go for a general progression PvE kind of way like I did? You can just go for the dot right away. You don't have to fuse Veramos or Sigmaris. You don't even have to Second Awaken Crow first. He should definitely be Second Awakened, though, no matter whether you do it first or the fourth unit. But if you skip Crow and you want to go for dot right away, you have got to do Spectra first. You need to do Spectra first because he is going to be used in the Tattoo team. He's very likely going to be used in the Soth team as well. And a great team to do Spectra with is literally anything that you can use. Just get it done as fast as possible. And then moving into the Soth team, actually a really solid team, is using Spectra because it's a support with Bella for defense and Vigor, the Water Werewolf. It's a farmable unit from a secret dungeon. It is an HP-based unit. It does healing and attack bar, like the speed buff. It does the speed buff and an anti-crit buff and stuff. Does some decent damage on skill 1 and 3. And you can build that team right there. That fits all the check marks. You can get Soth done pretty quickly, probably at level 4 with that team, even early on. Tattoo, then you're walking in with, these two you already have done so that you can get the Tattoo done. I would build up a Colleen, or you could do a Vertiheal, a fast Vertiheal, on Swift or something, and get her done with that too. Sorry. It's like kind of cold down here. I haven't really told you guys, like I record in the basement because my kids are upstairs and they would just they would just yell if they were down here with me. So yeah, they're not the most patient boys in the world. But yeah, anyways, it's like weirdly kind of cold down here sometimes. But yeah, this is a great team right here. Using these ones. Anyway, if you're going to do that though, stay focused on it. You have to do it. And try not to waste the free rune sets on these. Try to use those free rune sets for, Lucian, Fran, Lauren, Bella, even though Bella's going to be on the Soth team anyway, probably on the Spectre team as well. Stuff that you can use in Giants right away. And just keep farming runes up so that you can build this stuff. You can use free runes for these teams too, but then what do you use for anything else in the game? You'd have to just farm runes literally for the rest of the day if you got a solid team together. If it was like 90% or higher, you'd have to sit there and farm runes for the entire rest of the day to get an arena team together to just scrap some 1 kills together. Maybe you could use Lucian for that, or doing other things like guild content, getting other stuff done. But if you're using all of the free sets on here and you didn't take the time to farm anything other than just the free runes you get, like, you're going to be needing to farm immediately. So the nice thing about general progression is you get stuff that fits in a lot of places. You get different things done here and here and stuff, and it's just nice that way. 1 second. Sorry. Anyway, beyond that, it's just like, stay consistent with it. The other thing is, if you are doing, Trikaru, if you're building that team, if you're sitting there asking me, should I do a determination or fight, or should I just do guard, farm that up, please continue with it. I've had multiple people, 2 weeks later, I say, how's it going with this? Oh, I just got my Guild War team done. Oh, I just got my arena team done. Oh, I just built a Mav for Rift Beasts. And it's like, what are you talking about? Farming the determination sets is the most important thing for your account right now. Why aren't you doing that? Why are you wasting time? That's a distraction, that other stuff. It's great to get it done eventually, but just work on one thing at a time. That is the biggest thing. Work on one thing at a time. It's a grind, I know. It's hard to stay mentally focused on that. And when I get sick of farming the Water Rift Beast and the Light Rift Beast, I just farm Giants. I just get in here, I farm whatever up. You know, not that anything in here is typically that amazing or useful, but it's like maybe I'll get something that's good. Like this could be decent here. I feel like it needs accuracy. I don't know what could be that useful beyond accuracy. I don't know how that's going to turn out to be useful, but there's one other thing we should check here. I got this one today too, a Despair, slot 2 on speed, so this is actually decent. I would have loved for it to roll another max roll into crit rate or a max roll into accuracy because they're not grindable. But it does have some crit damage here. It's got some attack. Like, this is a decent Despair piece for something that could be an attacker, like a Lapis or an Iris if you guys get really lucky and have one of those. But something that actually needs to be on Despair and makes sense to be on Despair. I might play with him and put him on Despair when I Second Awaken him. I actually have pretty high hopes for him, but anyway, there's another thing. I've 6-starred 28 units. I have the a Bulldozer in storage right now that's 6-starred. This is the only one that I don't know what to do with. Everything else makes perfect sense to have. This is the only one. And we didn't always have the 4-star event for the beginner thing. That's a new thing. So she was going to be used in the dot team. But now it's like, what do you... Well, I don't know what to do with her. But, I mean, having 1 out of 28 that is not, you know, a great 6-star, that's really very solid. Anyway, other stuff. Don't get distracted by Nat 5s. Don't keep bad runes. If you're keeping bad runes, you're keeping bad runes, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Like, if you want to keep stuff like this and just complete sets and never want to progress, like, I guess you could do that. Okay, this is just a sell. I think this is just... I'm not gonna re-app it, so I don't really know what to do with it at this point. Anyway, there was not much synergy in here anyway, but maybe if I'd gotten max accuracy or a lot of accuracy, or, you know, 2 out of 3 rolls into this, high rolls, and get 1 here, maybe could be useful for something, but it's just... This didn't have, like, really any synergy, but yeah. Don't keep bad runes, don't waste time with monsters and that stuff, and stay focused. Those are the 3 things that I can say. Actually, it's really just one. It's just stay focused. Run this constantly. Run what you need to run, and you will make progress. Like, trust me, you guys will make progress. There's no way to not make progress when you're early and middle game. There's simply no way. As long as you are constantly doing this, you're using your arena wings, you're doing TOA, you're doing guild content, you're doing everything, you will progress very fast. So anyway, I think that's all for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. If I missed something and you're a later game player, feel free to leave that down below. But anyway, yeah, that's all for this one. I'll see you guys next time.